there, Bulldog Nation. This is Haley Tucker, and I'm sitting down with head golf coach Brad Fleetwood. Coach, your girls' team just finished fourth at the Central Region Spring Preview. Talk about what success that they had there.
Yeah, we played well. It was a solid tournament. We really had two standout performances out of two of our players. I mean, obviously it's always going to be a team effort, but Gloria Choi played really well, and then Elena Wallen played very well, especially the last day. She gave us a really good number on that last day, even par, and that was even with a bogey in the last hole. So, and then the 75 that Gloria gave us the day before, and what turned out to be some pretty tough scoring conditions. We didn't really expect that, but yeah, both of their performances were much needed in that finish. And again, fourth in that tournament, we'd hoped for a little better. I mean, obviously we've set our expectations pretty high, especially the way we started in the fall. And so, but anytime you get fourth in that tournament, being the regional preview, so that's pretty much everybody in our region is represented in that. And so fourth out of 21, we'll always take that. So
yeah,
it was
for sure.
Yeah, it was a good showing.
Yeah, and then you talked about Elena and Gloria. Elena shot 8 over, and then Gloria shot 10 over, and that put them tied for 5th and 8th. Talk about what they do to be so successful individually.
They're just really consistent. They have their games are completely different, and that's what's unique about golf. But a lot of it has to do with their preparation. They're very mature on the golf course. They stay within themselves, and that comes out. Their consistency comes out in those things. So again, they're both, especially for being sophomores, they're both very mature on the golf course. So when they do have adversity, they don't let it go into that next shot or that next hole. Very good about recovering from anything adverse on the golf course. And at the same time, they have a lot of belief in themselves. They have a lot of confidence, and confidence, is it breeds from preparation, and those two prepare very, very well. And their maturity on the golf course is the same as their preparation. They're very mature in how they prepare as well. So. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's great then, especially as sophomores. I mean, having
Absolutely.
that for another 2 years, that'll be great.
Absolutely.
And then switching over to your boys team, they've had a little bit of a break since they've last seen the action, and they tied for 12th place. And how were they able to have success not only as a team but as individuals at that tournament? Because I know that it was pretty tough competition there.
It was tough competition. That was certainly not a finish that we were looking for or hoping for. But it is what it is, and so. And our guys were a little disappointed with that. And we did certainly have some good individual rounds. Stefan obviously had a great golf tournament there. Believe finished tied for 6th, if I'm not mistaken. But Stefan had a great event there. What we've kind of struggled with on the guys' side this spring more than anything is finding that consistency within a round. We've had a bunch of good individual rounds, but we've struggled a little bit putting those rounds together as a team. And so. May have a player play good in one round, not play good in the next round, and so we've just struggled a little bit finding that consistency. But our guys have full confidence in their games right now, and going into the GAC, I don't think there's any lack of confidence in that because we do have guys playing well. We've just struggled getting everybody to do it all at the same time. So
yeah, and you talked about the consistency and. Stefan has been one of your more consistent players throughout the season. What does he do as an individual to shoot so well every tournament?
Again, Stefan being a senior, he's now a 3-time first-team All-Conference, 3-time All-Region player, and he's probably going to be that again this year. And so he's just steadily gotten better. And again, so much of what we do is how we prepare. We perform how we prepare. And Stefan is very meticulous in his preparation. He dials things in a lot, and so again, it goes back, as I kind of mentioned with those two other girls, goes back to his maturity and his belief in himself. He's not immune from finding adversity on the golf course, but he does such a good job of rebounding from those tough situations or even difficult rounds. It's very, very, very rare for Stefan to have 2 bad rounds in a row. And but he's been a rock for us this whole season, and played very well this spring as well. So, but again, so much it goes into how Stefan prepares and how he and his mindset on the golf course and his belief in his ability.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's great. And are there any of your golfers that are going to be on the PGA Tour next season, or any upcoming seasons, anything like that?
I don't know. As far as our seniors that are graduating, obviously we don't graduate anybody that's currently been in our lineup on the women's side right now. But as far as our men's side go, Stefan does have aspirations of playing professional golf. The road to the PGA Tour is very long, very hard, very expensive.
Oh, yeah.
It's unlike any other sport. You're not drafted. There's not sponsorships necessarily waiting on you unless you are,
flat out
top to top. Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, so that's such a low percentage. So that road and that journey is very tough, but it is one that Stefan is going to pursue. And we've already sat down and had talks about that. But it takes a lot. And as I mentioned, depending on the player and the resources that player has, that road can be long. And a lot of it is having those resources, but also having good timing of when you play well. And so, but yeah, I'd love to say that this time next year, Stefan will be on the PGA Tour. I know he would too. But again, those are his aspirations to play professional golf, and we're as we wrap up this season, we're going to kind of switch gears with Stefan and start helping him pursue that dream.
Yeah, and we'd love to see him as a SWOSU athlete be
Absolutely.
there too.
Absolutely.
And then, what is the reason for going to these extravagant places like Miami, Florida, Pensacola, and I need you to talk to my coaches and say, hey, you need to go to a tournament there. Is that awesome? Is that not awesome? I mean,
no, they're good trips, and I know it's real easy for people to look at our schedule and just say we're kind of gallivanting around the country to the nicest places, but there's a lot of, I guess, dual purposes for where we go. So on the women's side, going to Miami in that Barry tournament, that is probably one of, if not the strongest field in the country all year long. So our rankings, things that really influence our rankings are strength of schedule. So that particular tournament was huge for our strength of schedule. We're a young program, and we've made some gigantic strides this year from last year to this year with even such a young group. So one reason we've gone to Barry, we went last year, and it's really kind of a testing ground for us to kind of see where we rank or where we stack up from a national standpoint. And so we have a good idea where we are regionally, but our ultimate goal is to compete at the national level. And so that tournament in and of itself gives us such a good indicator of kind of where we stand. It's also an opportunity for our girls to see that, from a talent standpoint, there's not a lot of difference. It's a lot of subtle things that are involved with golf that make the difference of a team being ranked in the top 10 and a team being ranked in the top 30. Mm-hmm. And so it's a good learning process for our girls to see that. As far as we just kind of lucky that was in Miami, but that's also a recruiting thing too. We like for recruits to see that. We do get out of our region, we do get out of our conference, and we see other teams, and we do go to nice places. We'd love to do that more. We typically do it one time a year, mm-hmm. And so Pensacola is the same way with the guys. West Florida, that was a great event. West Florida is the number one team in the country right now. We played against St. Leo, who's the reigning national champion, and then you have teams like Missouri, St. Louis, North Alabama, who are all ranked in the top 10, top 15. So again, it's basically the same thing as we do with the girls. It's an opportunity to see teams outside of our region that are ranked highly in the country that we're typically not going to see outside of playing them in the national championship. Division II doesn't allow us to travel all over the country. Our budgets don't allow that, and it's the same for them. They don't make it this way. But again, if you're in Pensacola and Miami, you may not want to go anywhere else. But,
you may not.
So Oklahoma's probably not their destination. But anyway, those are the reasons for that. Obviously, they are nice places to go. They're fun trips for our players, and we try to make them memorable trips. And we don't just. They're a little different in that we don't just go in the van, go to the golf course, go to the hotel, and come home. We try to get out and see a little bit, and so they're a good experience for our players as well.
Mm-hmm. And then heading into this weekend, April 23rd through the 25th, you're heading into the GAC Championships. Mm-hmm. What are your teams going to do there, and what can the Bulldog fans expect to see as a result?
Yeah, that's the one. We've been fortunate enough to have a lot of success here in the postseason. The one thing that has eluded us a little bit is that GAC championship on both the men's and the women's side. So the men did win the inaugural GAC the year in 2012, the year before I got here. We've been close on both sides. The girls have been they've been a forever third place team. I believe 4 years in a row now we've been third place. The guys have been second a couple times. We lost by 1 shot back in 2013. And so it's been close. And, it's something that not that we haven't focused on in the past, but we've really made that a focus from the beginning of the year, because that's the one thing, as I mentioned, as fortunate as we've been to play in NCAA regionals and some NCAA national championships, that GAC championship is the one thing that we've not brought home. And so I think our players have gotten to where it was a little frustrating to now they've kind of taken it personal, and their focus has been really high on this championship, both on the men's and women's side. And much like we've had in the past, I mean, we've got as good a chance as anybody on both sides to win. There's not a team that we're going to see that we haven't not only beat, but meet multiple times, but they've also beat us as well. So, again, golf is a funny sport, and everything comes down to 3 days of golf. And yeah, I think our focus is as high as it's been. We certainly have some seniors on the men's side who really want this. And so again, at the end of the day, just like anything else, regardless of the golf course, regardless of what, you just got to be better than the teams that you're playing against. And so that's our focus, is just to go out and be better. It's something that, like I said, it's kind of eluded us, but we're excited about getting there, getting going. Our players love both golf courses; they're always in great shape. Hot Springs Country Club is a wonderful spot, and so the more you go, the more comfortable you get with the golf course. And we also had the opportunity this year for the first time to play in Henderson State. Henderson State had an event there back in October, both men and women. So we've actually got to be on both these golf courses once this year. So that's just more opportunity for us to get on the golf course and be more confident on it and be more prepared. So
right, good point. And that's all the questions that I have for today. Thank you, Coach, for coming in.
Absolutely.
And sitting down with us.
You bet.
And good luck this weekend.
All right, thanks, Haley.
And I'm Haley Tucker for SWOSU Athletics, and make sure you wish your Bulldogs good luck this weekend as they travel to Hot Springs, Arkansas to take on the GAC Championships.